I'm going live just to go live. I've been on camera a lot today, but you guys probably wouldn't know that because they're pre-recorded videos. Doing pepper reviews. In fact, my forehead feels, it's not really red. I deseeded a bunch today. And I did some reviews of some fresh peppers. It's Wednesday night. I don't feel like working anymore. This is my perfect excuse just to sit back and say hello. Hello, Arsenic Element. How are you doing? How's your grow doing, if you're growing this year? So, oh, hey, I finished up my grow setup. My setup is 100% done. Awesome! Yeah, my grow's 100% set up. There's a couple of plants I'm just like kind of mapping out. Hello, Krista. I'm holding my mapped out grow with the clipboard and just like, all right. It's like the dry part of the job. It's like everybody loves Raymond's brother who lived across the street with his parents. Just a dry part of the job. Looking at the board. All right, I got one plant over there. Got to figure out which row it is. Otherwise, I'd be up and down the rows. And God forbid if I lost some weight, right? Which I did lose a couple pounds, by the way. But so it's I just got maybe 20 or 30 of those plants. The rest of the grow's already set up. Arsenic Element says, I ordered some seeds, number 4128. Can't wait for them. When did you order those anyway, just out of curiosity's sake? And you're in New Jersey, I know that. Which I'm in New Jersey. I stop in, before COVID and before the passing of my father and taking care of him, I was usually in New Jersey twice a year. Oh, and by the way, I am kind of eating dinner here. I'm not really doing a review, but I got some. If you know what that is, it's like a truly loaded baked potato. I mean, I caramelized the onions. I'm not big into mushrooms, but I put some mushrooms in. I lightly seasoned. In fact, I could have seasoned a little bit better. Himalayan pink salt, which has a much better flavor for salt. And I will not tell you what this is, but it is a pepper. And it is hot. Woo! Yeah, I mixed up some peppers in here. Oh, I got some bacon in here. Ooh. This is a delicious meal. It's probably not the most nutrition, but pink Himalayan salt. This dinner's so good. Oh, I figure I was almost going to use the word warning. It's not a warning. It's just a foretell tale of what's going on in the future. So, just, I don't know the proper words to say it, but it's going to end up happening. One day you guys are going to be at work or your phone's going to be in your pocket and all of a sudden there'll be like 10 uploads for my YouTube channel because I've been pre-recording videos. I have 3 pre-recorded. I'm going to work on another one most likely tomorrow. I already wrote what I needed to basically say. Here's a pepper, some mushroom, and potato. Pepper's not a super hot, but it's a great flavor. So, you guys You know what's good? Honestly, I've learned something. Binge watch my videos when you're cleaning. Put it on a tripod like I have it on right now and dust. Also, beef jerky. Beef jerky's perfect for when to go on bike trips and eat. I take on bike trips, which I probably won't go on one this year. I got some friends. Well, actually, correction. I was going to say, I got friends asking me to go on bike trips with them. No, they didn't even bother asking this year because they knew I was that busy. Here's some pepper. Oh, oh, oh. No, it's not that hot. What's up, Micah? It's mushroom night. Oh, I'm eating a loaded baked potato. This is just chilling. This is just sit back and chilling. Talk about what you want. Talk to each other. This is just a hangout. I'm eating dinner. This baked potato is freaking awesome, and I never eat baked potatoes. I'm what, like 40% Irish? I should be like dreaming about potatoes. All right, so Micah Kennedy says, I ordered some of the fantastic Premonition Verde today. That stuff's fantastic. From I almost choked and died. From my friend Troy Primo. You can drop his link right here too. You're welcome to drop his link. It's Primo. I know it's primopeppers.com. If you want that delicious Verde sauce that my friend Micah Kennedy's talking about, primopeppers.com. First time you bought hot sauce in 4 years. Wow. Yeah, there's a time I hardly ever bought hot sauce because I make my own. I don't sell it. I like green beans. I like green beans. I love green beans. I just had green beans 2 days ago. Baked green beans. Freaking love it. Lightly breaded. Yeah, man. Krista says, oh my goodness. So I have some ground cherries for the first time. And I tasted them for the first time. And I do not like them. She doesn't like them. And then okay, it moved. And then I'm actually thinking about throwing them away. Ground cherries. I have a cherry tree as well. There's a lot of different types of cherries out in the world. Some of them, if they're real bitter, you can just add a little bit of sugar. More pepper. It's not super hot. And I'm not telling you guys what it is. Just the pepper I produced today. I produced probably half a bowl. It's got a little bit of a burn. Oh, I don't know if I ever had the gooseberries. Cherry pie. I like peach pie better, actually. I used to grow raspberries. You know what the deer used to do? They put their mouth on the raspberries. They used to back up perfectly straight backwards, and half the bush would come with them. That's when I first moved here, and they destroyed my bush. Yeah, I'm still eating. I'm just going back through comments. Okay. Lawn Dog, what's up? Hey, Jimmy. Lawn Dog says, hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. I went to a friend's house to meet his new wife. It was her house. It turns out she was a crazy gardener and had so many vegetables grown and flowers and blackberries and everything. That's an awesome thing. You know, a lot of my friends, and especially my friends' wives, always ask me, do you grow anything else other than the peppers? I do. I'm growing some herbs and stuff like that right now. But I haven't really, since I started this pepper seed company, I really haven't done much other than peppers. It consumes my whole life. I'm going to get more land. I'm going to get bigger land. There's just no question about it. And I'm interested in finding some cool squash seeds and stuff like that. I'm a big fan on zucchini. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna finish eating this loaded baked potato. I'm gonna start releasing some pre-recorded stuff. You know, what motivated me for this YouTube channel is so you guys can see a fat guy eat on camera. That's all I ever wanted. No, but honestly, I get so many questions all day. I'm like, you know what? These are general questions. I don't want to use the words. I don't have time for you right now, but I don't have time for you right now. So a lot of times, join my live chat and ask me. Ask me. She had some blackberry plants and that were huge, 4 foot tall. Growth. Who's hurting your feelings? Nobody better be hurting Krista's feelings. But that's my motivation for my YouTube channel, is to actually say, hey, you know what? This is probably one of the heaviest I've been in my life. As I eat food. No, I'm not down on myself at all. I joke around a lot. I don't take myself too seriously either, which you have to have thick skin in this business. I'm not fat. I'm sexy robust. I'm not fat. I'm sexy robust. It's interesting. All these months sitting down in the basement and just plants surrounding me. I had to move my table a certain way just because plants were moved in. Mushroom. That reminds me of that review. I forgot. I still have to give my mushroom sauce away. I'm giving it away locally. I'm not shipping it to anybody that I did the review with. Now, I told a friend of mine, if he doesn't want it, I'll give it to somebody else locally. That mushroom sauce, I'm not impressed. I'm not too big into mushrooms, but oh man. What the heck's going on over here? Big Juicy. Is that what you calling me? You call me Big Juicy? All right, let's have a vote. My new nickname, is it going to be Jimmy Pickles? Press #1 if you want my name to remain Jimmy Pickles. Press #2 if you want my new nickname to be Big Juicy. All right, text your votes. Text your votes, people. #1 to keep the name Jimmy Pickles. #2, Big Juicy. Hot slice. I don't know how I came up with that. I'm glad somebody was there. Big Juicy Pickles. This is not going the way I expected it to, folks, but either is life. Either is life. All right. You wrote yours in. Let's see. This is like Dancing with the Stars. Vote for Dancing with the Stars. Vote #1 for Gilbert Gottfried. #2 for Big Juicy. #3, it's not important to me. Yeah, number 3, it's not important to me. Yeah, #3. Long Dog says #3, he doesn't give a fuck. And I'm only drinking milk. Although I do have beer here, but I don't drink much. All right. Tim Meyer sauce. He has good sauce. There we go. There's Tim Meyer's logo. Got it right here. Hot Heads Official. You guys want some good sauce? Hot Heads. Okay, I'm live again. I think I cut out for a second. Can I do a cartwheel? It'd be the last one I ever did. Bon Dog says, I'm not a fan of mushroom sauces either. I had to work with that fancy mushroom, the black truffle. Yes, that's the sauce that I did. I didn't really enjoy it. Oh, Arsenic Element says, Jimmy, where can I find some of your merchandise? I've been searching, I can't find. Okay. So, I used to sell t-shirts. I got flagged on Google. I got suspended on Google for like a year. And I just got back onto Google Analytics itself maybe about 6-7 months ago from selling t-shirts. You have to have a permit for each and every state for it. It's not worth it. However, I did partner up with Teespring, and I'm going to close it down. I'm going to be honest. Teespring makes more money than I do. They make a lot more money than I do. I completely forgot I had Teespring. I heard the shirts wear out within a year. I'm going to be honest. So that's that. I used to raffle off some t-shirts a couple years ago. Yeah, and like honestly, t-shirts over at Teespring, we're talking poor quality. I'm just being honest. And this is cutting money off of myself. Say a t-shirt sells for, I gotta sell them for like $22. You know how much money I get out of the $22 sale? Like $3. And then I have to bother with my accountant and the taxes for that. I think it's different per each state. It's just ridiculous. So, eh. So I'm not too big on selling it. If I would ever do, well, first of all, I'm a seed seller. I'm not a hot sauce seller. A lot of hot sauce sellers will have t-shirts with them. Oh yeah, I'd get like 50, 60 of them, maybe even more, maybe 100 for a festival if I had a booth, but I don't have a booth. So there's really, and I used to sell t-shirts. I'm going to be honest, I sold probably, and this is like 3 years ago, 10 t-shirts per year. And I would break even. I would break even or lose a couple bucks. It's nice merchandising, but yeah. Lawn Dog says I've collected many hot sauce t-shirts from various companies. I only wear them when I go out to meet people or a restaurant. When I get home, I take it off before I ruin it. Yeah, it's a good idea. Take it off before you ruin it. I went through a phase of nutrient t-shirts, so like Elite Gardens and Fox Farm, and I honestly like, yeah, it's still a write-off, but it's a headache. Do you know how many people would complain if a t-shirt wouldn't, I don't have time. I would lose money basically every time. So, oh, the t-shirt doesn't fit, or I washed it once, and I actually had to look down. I thought I was wearing my Chili Institute. Chili Institute, good people. I like them. I support them. Let's see if I missed a couple comments. Oh yeah, I was talking about Fox Farm. I like the logo. I like their artwork for their stuff. I had a couple of their t-shirts, and their t-shirts were very, very thin, like paper thin. It lasted less. It lasted like 6, 7 months. If you go around a corner and snag it on something, it's like ripping a piece of paper. What the heck is this? I got notes. Buy bread, milk. No, but it was like this. That was notes for a review I was doing. But yeah, I don't know. And hot sauce stuff like that. I still have a bunch of Troy Primo t-shirts. I haven't worn those in a while. I think they get tossed back into my closet. Let's see what else is going on. Barnyard Chicken is here. Hello, Barnyard Chicken. Barnyard Chicken says, I do not like t-shirts. Laugh out loud. Wait. And that's a female? You don't like t-shirts? Would you be interested in coming over and picking some peppers? Oh yeah, somebody keeps mentioning about my clock. I'm on, it's 9:55. The batteries are probably out of it. Here, I know it's not going to work because the batteries are not in it. But I'll change the minute. I'll change the minute. Every minute. There we go. Now in a week you can complain about me being it's not 55. There, I changed the clock. Somebody mentioned it earlier. The little things people notice in the background of videos. Like the box of nails holding up the sign. But it's nice to actually have my basement. I accidentally broke my door here. You can see it's opened. Actually, that's that one, but the one over there. Yeah, it came off the hinges. It's stuck. I went like this, and it the screws. So I'm going to have to fix that. I've got a bunch of projects. My grow is already 100% set up. There's just 20, 30 plants I got to match up. Where they go. Transplant them in. I don't care. They're smaller plants. I might throw them with a bigger one. Oh, yeah. So, one thing I want. Wow. more than one thing in life I want, but I want to grow this channel. And I can't grow this channel on my own. We got 9 people here. Can we get 9 shares? Can we get 9 shares? I'm not talking about Sonny Bono's share. We're talking share the channel. I want to build this up. So when I actually do a review, I'm always fishing for topics to talk about. So here's a topic. Reviewers. Well, actually, good and bad, good and bad. Like it or not, like him or not, but I just got a notification here. What was the notification? Johnny Scoville reaching 100,000 people on his channel. Ooh. 100,000 people on his channel. I mean, like him or not, I like him, I get along with him, I'm friends with him. But that shows you persistence pays off if you're willing to put the time in. I mean, that guy put a lot of time in. He's done a lot of burning. I watched him when I was staying up late and trying to get a lot of work done in the beginning. We're talking 3, 4, well, in the beginning it was 5 years ago. But it was maybe 4 years ago. He was doing 24-hour videos and eating spicy stuff and all that stuff to build up his channel. I mean, that's a lot of hard work and dedication, you know. So I salute him. He's never done me wrong. Believe it or not, there's a lot of reviewers that have done me wrong. There's some reviewers that have done me wrong and corrected the mistake. You know, I mean, like, oh yeah, we got stuff from you, we didn't have time, and you didn't have time. Those were all isolated peppers. You said you could have done a full box. That's several $100s out of my pocket for seeds. I got to write it off as a loss. I'm like, this is crazy, and then they go around and then some of the people are reviewing, but a lot of the older reviewers actually did correct mistakes, helped me out, promoted me, and stuff like that. And one thing for reviewers coming in, I'm going to give you advice. One of the biggest thing for advice. So, get your pen and paper. You want me to wait? Don't take on too much. It's exciting for you guys. It's exciting for me too, but I'm actually, no. No, send me stuff. No, send me stuff. But some of these reviewers really want you to send them stuff, and they get overloaded. And I had fresh peppers that were grown isolated, thrown in the garbage. Sorry, it got rotten. This has happened to me in 5 years' time, 4 times, and 16 times screwed over on powder reviews I sent over. So, your key as a reviewer is to build up your channel, and it's to connect with people. And a lot of these people, reviewers, want to do this for a living. You're gonna have to dedicate your life to it. You're gonna have to. You got a job, usually another job full time. Advice: be honest, be truthful, but be politically correct at the same time, because you don't want to offend people, but you want to be truthful and upfront as well. You know, because you don't know who's friends with who anymore, you know. And I feel bad because I've done a couple reviews that I actually gave very piss poor reviews towards, like that one pickle review. It was like enough salt to freaking have a heart attack. I couldn't even eat one pickle. And my name is Pickles. Nickname from college I got, has nothing to do with the company. I was going to make products and pickles at one time. But, ayo, I went into seeds. But yeah, don't take on too much, because all you're going to do is you're going to disappoint people who put faith in you. So that's the number one thing I could say for a reviewer. That's my advice for reviewers. Okay? Also, I was actually going to spin this really negative, but that actually ended up coming out pretty positive. Well, a negative aspect is don't try to sell seeds. I caught somebody recently selling seeds that I would send some fresh peppers for a review, and he would take the seeds out and sell them. But meanwhile, the reviewer is supposed to basically help me sell my product, but it's all helping him to sell my product that he has in front of him. And that was the situation. And I am kind of a jokester, and I never said this out loud. I've said this to a couple people. Those powder reviews, if you're a reviewer, if you're a reviewer and you reviewed some of those powders and you took the seeds out of that powder, first of all, it's a possibility it was a seed from one of the peppers that I ground down. It was probably going to be bad, but if there was whole seeds in there and I blended them, I tested some reviewers. I did. I tested some reviewers. I put in ahi chombo seeds in certain powder packs. If you started getting a bunch of these roundish red seeds that you got you didn't buy from a vendor, but you bought from a reviewer. Oh, come on, man. You know, so that ended up, that's a true story. I did that. And yeah, that screws people up. That gets people pissed off. But I wanted to know who's faithful towards me. Now I know. Now I know. Very few. Very few. My forehead is freaking burning and sweating from that pepper. So I just figured I'd bring that up. There was a reviewer, I never used him in the past. He was a very, very, very popular reviewer. He still reviews today. He does sauces, but he's a very kind of, his reviews are not bad. It just, I know he was doing that. He had a whole market on selling seeds. That's crazy. But anyway, that's my advice. If you're going to be a reviewer, try to keep up. Or tell people to slow up on sending this stuff. Because that's one of the biggest complaints for companies towards reviewers. You know, we have faith in reviewers. At least I do. Not everybody likes reviewers. Anyway, let's go to the comment sections. Okay. I like some of these comments. Okay. Yeah, Micah, thank you. I appreciate the support. There's a lot of comments I missed here, probably because I go on a rampage. Boneyard Chicken says I picked 51 peppers yesterday. Okay, I know you have a ton more than me. Technically, no, not really. Not at this time. I'm growing a couple thousand plants. This is the biggest grow I've ever had. I'm dreaming of a nightmare and a blessing at the same time. And mark my words, people, I will have a picture of peppers freaking 2 foot tall on my table, and I have to de-seed them right away. And somebody will be like, "Hey man, my one leaf is yellow. I'm throwing my phone in the toilet and de-seeding like 50 pounds in a day." But that'll be a fun picture. That'll be great. I love it. So, okay. I can't find the time to review my own life. That's funny. Dirk, how you doing? And by the way, every time I see you, I like to say thank you for sending me a sauce bottle. I still have that. That's quality sauce. Okay, Dirk says, totally unrelated, and you can ask me questions too. It's cool. That's why I'm here. I got a minor tap on my rear end today. Okay. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Vehicle related. Still bumpers win over plastic bumpers. Awesome comment. Very true. Very, very true. Krista says, what the fuck? Yeah, that sucks. Micah says last year was fish peppers. Ayo. Yeah, I do have a sense of humor. I've actually toned my, believe it or not, I'm a big goofball, and I take my personality very, very dry, and I don't mean to. Everybody does when they go to work, and it's a weird situation working by yourself all day long. A lot of vendors do as well. They might have two, three employees, but it's not like going to a major company where I used to work with 100, 150 people, for a few decades. So, or like lunch table, go to your picnic table outside or in the break room and talk to like 20, 30 people. Hey, how's the wife? How's the kids? Let's all meet up, double date, whatever. It's not like that. I mean, that's why a lot of seed vendors and I talk constantly. And it's interesting, some of the stuff we talk about. I have a piece of bacon. I randomly just keep bacon in my mouth. I mean, it's really the way to go. But if we have a complaint about a certain individual, which like is really bad, it just like, oh yeah, they made an order, you shipped it that day or the next day, and they're complaining it's not there. If it's repeat and you're getting harassed, you might mention it to another vendor. They might mention it to me. And you know what? Honestly, the names that either I mentioned or the 4 or 5 other vendors I talked to, they say the same name. So it's not just me. It's just, it's part of life. It's not just the pepper industry. It's every industry. All right. With my motor mouth, I could go on forever. That's right. That's right. So, good news. I was going to go to comment sections, but good news. Let's see. Today's Wednesday. I think Friday. I think it's Friday. Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. Either I'm going to go back, I'm going to go live on Facebook. I'm going to do a marathon. I decided to do a marathon. I'm going to go as long as I possibly can. Just because I haven't been able to advertise on Facebook for a month over making a joke. Granted, most of my jokes are not funny, but regardless, it was a harmless joke about a fake profile. It was about basically sex cam girls, because I'm getting requests 3-4 times a day from sex cam girls, and it's crazy. And they're, hi, how you doing? I'm like, you have a question about peppers? I don't like peppers. Blocked. Instantly blocked. Instantly blocked. Like time wasters. So I made a joke about it on a comedy group and got suspended. 30 days. 30 days in Facebook jail. So, I think it's Friday. I might as well just say, hey, let's go live for like 3 hours. If I have the afternoon, I'm just going to go live. I'll have lunch, and then I'll just walk around my yard. And I'll come up with topics. I'll talk about some of my reviews. I'll try to brainstorm with everybody else. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for pre-recorded videos for educational? And a lot of people are like germination, topping and stripping. I do have those videos. However, I do understand people can't always find them. So it is my job and my responsibility running this YouTube channel and running it as hard as I can right now. I will do playlists. And I know Micah Kennedy is a big fan. A big fan of the mopping, the mopping videos. And the reason I got out of breath is, yeah, I'm a little overweight, but and out of shape. But yeah, I went to go get a drink. I ran up and down the steps, and then I forgot my phone, and I was like that. You ever try to talk, motor mouth talk like I am, and try to basically run around and get work done? All of a sudden, you forget to breathe. And I caught myself in that video. I'm like, I need to sit here and just drink some water. It was a unique experience. So let's see. Not too many comments here. Dark, hello again. Totally wasn't my fault. All is good. I've got steel bumpers, 96 Fahrenheit. Or you say 964. I don't know. I got you, JP. Thank you, Krista. I appreciate it. Good deal, Dirk. Glad. That's good. Krista says, I will promote you without you even having to ask. I believe in the product is good. I promote. Thank you. All right. Lawn Dog says maybe a video on proper pruning. Different plants need different techniques to grow them properly. I'm going to be crossing that bridge soon with my pepper plants. Okay, so pruning. Yeah, I mean, pruning's so easy. Clip where you want to clip, and they grow back on the nobs if you cut them after. Let's see. Micah Kennedy says, straight up, I don't want to prune anymore. I haven't pruned in the last couple of years. Actually, technically, our test says Pickles is lying. So I guess I am lying. What I do prune every year. I actually don't want to, but I do a little bit because the nets are in a basically square structure. So that being said, I don't want the plants poking through, so I actually do lose a little bit of a yield. And when you isolate, you do lose a little bit of a yield. I'm a little tired. It's been a good production day. You know, if you're cutting a branch that possibly could get a pepper, you're going to lose that pepper. But you don't want to rip your nets as well. Okay. Micah says, use good lights and don't start too early and the plants will naturally bush out. True. And you know, honestly, I'm not perfect. Believe it or not. I usually start my grow in October, November, and I'm coming to the grips after many, many years of growing. I don't need to. I should be giving myself a rest. In fact, I should be spending the month of October and November not working on plants. I should start December, January. It's slow growing at this location, even indoors, because it's just, I open up the garage door and stuff like that, and I have like a foot of snow outside, and it takes like 2 hours to warm back up. The plants seem to grow slower, stuff like that. So in the northern states, you tend to start a little bit earlier. Capsicum chinense types, you do not need to start capsicum annuums unless, and pecatums and all that other stuff, unless you want to produce indoors. And if you don't have perfect conditions, I really don't. You don't need to. You just don't need to. So, thank you, Mike. I do appreciate that. Ron. Where's Ron? Ron Smith. Ron Smith said, I said something. Okay. Did I miss your comment? Oh, I did, and I do apologize. Ron Smith says, always had good germination with your seeds, unlike others. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not. A key factor on success for seeds and other aspects as being a seed vendor is, well, experience and education. And a lot of these vendors are coming out and they're first year growers, first year vendors. They're not even registering. They don't isolate. Some of these people actually lie about isolation. I'm not seeing too much of that right now, but a little bit. And they're a Picasso. They're going to paint you a nice picture. And you know, the thing is, I'm not just a seller, I'm a buyer as well. I don't buy too much because I have a massive seed stock of my own stuff that I need to get going on certain varieties so I don't lose them. certain varieties. If I don't grow them and a couple other vendors do not grow them, we will lose varieties. And it comes down to it. It's like certain varieties. I've been in the pepper groups for 10 years. I think it's been about 10 years. Actually, this channel was started obviously, I'm slightly tired. Years 2021. I've had this channel for 2011. So 10 years. That's crazy because you know what? I don't even remember. I haven't done anything with this channel except for the last 2 or 3 years. And recently I've been actually more serious about it. What in the world did I have? You guys can go back into my old playlists and stuff. I've been saying it for a long time, and I'm not going to have a great opportunity. I could start doing the playlist. I did commercials. I wrote little commercials for the company when I first started 5 years ago. The first couple of videos that came out were not about peppers. I think there was some concert footage. I think I deleted some of that. I went to a Star Wars freaking rock concert, and there's one of those videos, and I don't know the girl in the video. I do not know her. That was just a weird thing. That was like one of the first videos. If you ever go back, then I had commercials. I wrote all the scripts for those commercials. People are like, for the love of God, don't talk about them. Delete them. Don't let people see them. Believe it or not, some of the commercials I've never released to the public. They were that bad. For God's sake. The first one I wrote was a cat that can read people's minds. A cat that can read people's minds, and the cat was talking through a computer and saying, "Hey, everybody wants Jimmy Pickles stuff." Yeah, like I said, it was just goofy. And some people took stuff the wrong way. I had a Mexican on there, and they said it was bad. I don't know. I don't know how it was bad. Maybe it was cliche. He was kind of like a rapper, Mexican, in an alley with spray paint. It was just some funny stuff. But I've had this channel for a long time, and I haven't done too much with it. So I want to do things more of a positive light, and reviewing the peppers that I grow, getting feedback from people. I did try a year or two ago to review every single pepper that I grew, and I think I got to 23 or 24 out of like 200. It just got time consuming, and I was trying to eat the whole pepper. I did 2 reviews today that I did not release. I ate a whole pepper on one. The other one I ate a half, which was actually crazy because the one I ate half was less heat than the other one. So I am gonna do a bunch of reviews where I only eat a slither of the pepper, because once I'm done, I'm gonna process that, either put it in my file to release on a later date, 2, 3, 4 months from now, when I get enough seeds, I can put it on the site and everything else. So that's what's going on with the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Boy, I just lost 3 people here. Start sharing this more. And so let's get back to comments. John Stone, what's up, brother? Nice to see you here. I like to see you here. That's good. Let's see. I've lost a lot of comments here. Sometimes it takes years to learn what to do on your own growth. And that's right, Micah. I'm still learning. A lot of us are all learning on certain aspects and things. There's certain things I will not teach the general public because they could use it in a company stance, and that's not business suave. I've learned certain plants require certain things, and I've learned to actually get medium to high yields on certain plants that really doesn't get high yields. And it took years to perfect. It's and those varieties, I'm not making money, but I want to keep certain things alive. I want to keep things going. So that's why I do that. Let's move on a little quicker. Okay. Okay. Next one from Micah Kennedy. Hobby sellers are always going to be able to fall back on excuses. They will blame their seed source. That does happen. There's good hobbyist sellers, and then there's a lot of bad ones. And it doesn't mean they're bad people. Some of them are bad people. Some of them don't mean to be bad or make mistakes, but it happens. They're newer. It's going to happen. The probability is going to be higher. They do blame seed sources. Some of the vendors, if they're selling non-isolated, it could cross in their grow, and they'll be like, oh, like, okay, actually, let's turn the tables kind of on me in a sense, because I bought seeds from somebody that was non-isolated, and two seeds grew true out of like $150 worth of seeds, and the seeds were fairly inexpensive. And he's like, they're non-isolated. They're non-isolated. So they could cross. I'm not going to have the responsibility if things do not grow true. Now that's what that individual said to me. But turn the tables. I'm a vendor now. I isolate. So what's that mean? That means I spend more money, more time, 4 extra weeks setting up all those nets. I don't even think I'm gonna stand on my roof and take an aerial shot. That's why I bought a drone, but this drone I don't like it too well. So I'm just gonna probably jump on my roof and try to take a better aerial shot to show the volume of what I'm doing. But yeah, that happens. It's like I spend more money, I spend more time, and I'm held at a golden standard. I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. I'm held at a golden standard because I go the extra mile. If anything goes wrong, like anything, I'm held at a higher standard. And I don't think that's really fair, because what about the people who sell non-isolated? They're like, oh, it's non-isolated. It probably crossed. You know, it's like isolation's not 100%. It's about 90 to 100%. So for the percentages that something could get crossed, you know, I'm really reamed out about it. But I've seen actually a lot of people mix up their grows too. So I say, map out your grow. All right, so okay. Yeah, and once again, thank you for being here, John Stone. By the way, guys, keep sharing this. Keep sharing this. I need to make longer videos. Even if I'm rambling on for a while, that gives a chance for people to come in and ask questions. If I don't know the answer to the question, and this goes for anybody, somebody's in a group asks a question, if you do not know the answer, please do not give the wrong answer. I know you want to help somebody and your intentions are right, but you know, saying CalMag for everything is just, people could take wrong advice and you're not helping them, you're actually hurting them. So if I don't know something, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I see questions in here, so I need to get moving on. Oh, yes, that means Mike is a moderator. I try. Ron Smith, thank you again for coming here. Thank you, brother, for sharing genetics. You're welcome. You're welcome. There's a lot of more genetic stuff I could talk about, and I'm sure I will. I'm going to say this, Pickles, for everyone who wants to make their own grow beyond just a dozen plants. Okay. The biggest and best tip I can give to save you thousands of dollars is start composting. Yes. Okay. Start making your own soil if you can. It saves a lot of money. You know, and that's an interesting thing too, Micah. That's actually how you and I got to talk about like 10, 7, 8 years ago. We've been talking that long. And there's a lot of good university studies on making soil. So there's that. Okay, Ashton Burks, thank you for being here. Hey Jimmy, I just bought some seeds this week. Is it too late to grow them? I live in Florida. I mean, what the heck? Go for it. You live in Florida, you can grow all year round. I know you guys do get frost once in a blue moon, but you could grow all year round. It's just, I don't know what your temperatures are in November, December. So this is the part where I should step back and be like, you know what? I don't know how to answer that properly because I don't live in Florida, and I really should, as time goes by, I should become more efficient on answering those questions. So I'm going to step back a little bit and say I'm not 100% sure. I mean, technically, I think based on weather and everything else, you're probably better starting in Florida, probably January, February, March, even April. You're probably okay. You're not going to have a great long season, but you'll be able to produce. All right. Okay. You're welcome. Ron, so can we see a current garden pic? I will show mine tomorrow from plants of your seed stock. Yes. I can't show pictures on here, and it's dark. It's already nighttime. It's dark. I have spotlights, but they're not that great for showing my grow. You could go back to some older videos, but they're going to be outdated. You can go to my Facebook, Jim Morrow. It has that logo on it for the profile picture. So there's that. I'm going to go on Facebook either Friday or Monday. I want to go a 3-hour marathon. That means multiple reviews. That means I'm going to write a list and just do question and answers. My goal is to get about 2,000 views. I have goals. I'm live again. I lost 2 people since I just watched that down. Sorry, I don't know. I'm in the basement. I'm going to go backwards here. Duffy's about to move to Georgia. Yes, he has. I like his house. His house, he showed me pictures of his house. It's pretty cool. You could do a chili gathering for Southern folks. I think that would be awesome, Mike. I really do. Let's see. Making soil is a lot of fun, but it can be backbreaking. Yes. Yeah, I'll go live on Facebook for 2 or 3 hours on Friday or Monday. I agree, Micah. That's cool. You can talk amongst yourselves as well. I've been live for almost an hour. I am going to relax and probably watch something on Netflix or something. But it's fun. It's fun to see the room when it's empty. Like, remember all the plants? Guys and gals have been watching my stuff. Yeah, I actually have a couple plants over there. But that's about it. Yeah, they're real tiny. I don't know. That'll be considered like overwintering, probably. So, back on me again. I think all you guys enjoy this. I do enjoy these live videos in the times of COVID and everything. And rest in peace to anybody who's lost a loved one during these times. My heart goes out to you and the family. I don't wish that upon anybody. So this is a way we can connect, although everything's opening up. I don't have to wear a mask on live video, right? Okay. Going back to comments, Dirk says, I argue my leftover soil. Argument. I'm so sorry. My eyes have been blurry for the last 2 days. I think it's from being tired and just really pushing myself with worm. Okay. Augment my leftover soil in my buckets every year with worm castings. Then I go from there. Every year is different. I do compost, but I do use it in peppers. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Micah says, yeah, Dirk, that's a good way. Literally, I compost mostly my lawn clippings, add in some other stuff yearly like green sand. All good things. And that's good for irrigation as well. Any type of sand product. Green sand. Green sand's good. I've used that before. I did notice a difference. And I made a post about that it was like 2 years ago. It wasn't that too long ago. Krista, you're leaving me? You're leaving me? All right, good night, Krista. Let's see. I've been going live for an hour. That's a good thing. You know what you could do, Krista? No, I'm not leaving. Jump in the pool. You can take your cell phone and take your television and put it out on your patio or your deck, and you could watch me from your pool and just pump up the volume. You know, like put the volume like real loud, and tell me when it's real loud, and then I'll get my bullhorn. I'll try to drive your neighbors crazy. Jimmy, do you use potting soil or do you use real dirt or your compost? I'm starting to think potting soil is not ideal. Maybe do something goofy with the pH. I just don't know. Well, you can test it. pH what you want. I'm itchy right here. I don't know why. 6.5 is what my inspector wants, and that's what she gets, just about. I use potting soil and it's fine. I use compost as well. I mix it in and then I get the soil test. And it's honestly, a lot of times it seems like every other year it's like 6.2, 6.1. They really want 6.5. And that's another thing. And Micah, I think honestly, you would know more than me. Sorry for scratching my nose. Really itchy. Anyway, I believe peppers, especially super hots, when you have a lower pH level, I believe that actually is better for the super hots. I think a lot of the Department of Agriculture stuff was geared towards bell peppers. And maybe some other stuff like banana pepper, stuff like that. Yeah, I went from like 10 people to 3 people. But that's okay. Krista's watching me from her swimming pool. So turn up your volume out there when I'm on your television. I can get my bullhorn. Hey, keep your dog out of Krista's yard. Micah says straight up I mix compost with my Pro Mix HP. I try not to spend more than a couple hundred on the bales, just top off the containers. I do have a formula eyeball as well. I've never used Pro Mix, but you know what's a weird thing? Economical. It's the same cost. In my area, Pro Mix is supposed to be cheaper. It's the same cost as Ocean Forest Fox Farm, so that's why I buy that. And I buy it in bulk, and I get a discount. Did not get a discount this year because they blame the COVID and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, their business is booming. Not too happy about that. So, okay. I ordered 3 different seeds just now. Oh, awesome. So you ordered from me, jppepperseeds.com. I appreciate that. I will ship those out tomorrow. I'll give you some extras. What's this? Chest. Oh, okay. Okay, I did miss some people. Okay, here we go. Ron Smith. Hey Jimmy, what about Kang Star? Have you ever made your own cross? Yes, I have made many of my own crosses. And I'm going to release possibly 1 or 2 this season. Probably 1, so I could just try to stabilize the other one longer. I've had color variants that I've released. Bane Strain Peach was not my cross, but I did stabilize it and I did release it. So I feel like I did do work on that, but it wasn't my cross. I've made many crosses. I made about 6 or 7 of them, and I will say sometimes they go back to one of the parents, and it's a disappointing thing. And you got to start all over again, or you save each generation seed, and then you could get into crossing it within its own self for certain traits. But yes, I've done my own crosses. Okay. Christian says, is it bad that I don't test my soil? Honestly, I have to test it. They force me to. But, you're just growing for fun. You don't need to test it. If you see your plant doing very poorly and you know it's not your nutrients, it could be your soil. You could get tests from like greenhouses, or you could just have your county extension office. Sometimes county extension offices will do it for free. They do not do it for free. I have to get 4 of them done every year. And I forgot, they charge me, I think it's $12.99 per test. And by the way, there is different soil tests. It's not just a soil test. I get the basic. But if you're growing more complex stuff than peppers, the government say, hey, you might want to get the more detailed test. That'll be a little bit more expensive. And they get it done fairly quick. And it's usually back within 6 to 12 days. County Extension Office, check it out. Your local county extension office. Find their number, give them a call. They should be friendly and nice. And it's going to be either free, maybe you could drive down if it's close, get the test, and then ship it back in if you feel there's a problem with your soil. Red clay down in your area. Yeah. Yeah, Department of Agriculture. It'll be your county extension that will actually do it. Department of Agriculture may very well do that as well. That main department. Yeah, the county extension office is really small. Okay. Yes, from you. I just randomly picked 3. Order. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, Barnyard Chicken. I do appreciate that. I really do. Red clay. Talking about red clay. I go mountain biking. I'm probably not going this year. I would like to, but my body's in pain when I wake up every day and stuff like that. Anyway, certain areas that I go through, either Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia. I mean, when I go biking, and I'll do it within a weekend. I mean, I could bike off freaking here to halfway to Washington, D.C. within a day or two. But I am wore down. Anyway, so there's certain parts. I know like Boston, PA, certain other areas, there was a lot of mining and there was a lot of red clay. And they said it's from a lot of iron in the soil. But it could be different for your area. I don't know. All right. Dirk says, I'm out. Have a good night, people. Thank you very much, Dirk. Make sure you share this if you haven't already. Wifey wants to make raised beds, but prices of lumber. Sheesh. Yeah, it's crazy. It's real crazy. What is it, like 3 times as much? We should have got stock. I should have liquidated all my seeds and got stock and lumber. Kept it for 2 years and then sold it all and retired, right? And I could have started an amusement park. All right. I know I miss comments here and there, and if I do apologize. Lawn Dog says, well, Jimmy, that's what I'm getting at some of my plants, mostly tomatoes right now. They are in pots with potting soil, good quality. Fox Farm just don't do well with the plants, seem to be problematic. Fox Farm should hold up. Sometimes it's not Fox Farm's fault. Sometimes the distributor leaves it outside and those soil bags become just this big brick of hard mush in there, and it just more and more rain goes in there and it washes out the nutrients and it becomes a body without much value. So sometimes that happens. It depends where you buy them from, or it could have been a bad batch. That's happened too. Yeah, it could be. Ron Smith, I'm country, not big. Just love growing varieties. Have chickens. That's awesome. Chickens, goats, sweat every day as hands-on job. My garden is peaceful and a getaway. My grow is I'm like my grow. My grow is a getaway only if I leave my phone behind, but I've learned to do that at times just to clear out my mind. That's why I go mountain biking as well. Yeah, consistency over Fox Farm. I've heard more. Yep, it's rain on. The desert has crappy soil, way too sandy. Probably way too sandy for pepper plants and tomato plants. You know what's actually good, semi-good soil or soil with sand is like asparagus. Asparagus really takes 5 to 7 years to get going. I've grown it at my old property, and my neighbor's tree landed on my asparagus after several years and just freaking destroyed it, and I was just furious. And yeah, but I just remember when I think of sand and soil, asparagus, I instantly think of asparagus, which I do love. See, we're down to 3 people now. We've gone live for an hour and 15 minutes. I always, I do this every time. I delete it. I like Brussels sprouts as well. I really do like Brussels sprouts. I keep forgetting I still have frozen peppers in there too. I should do some of those. Will, but I get lazy. It gets lazy as fuck. All right. Now I'm looking at the clock behind me. Yeah, what's some other stuff you guys like growing besides peppers? I like zucchini It's something like a lemon pepper, lemon pepper, lemon pepper butter. I like cooking that in. Zucchini, squash, different types of squash. I actually like spaghetti squash. Patty pan is a good squash. The clock. Once in a while somebody mentions the clock. I'm going to end up taking that down. Keep it up. I do need the minutes. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Maybe we ought to call this session to an end. I got to go back to being a responsible adult. That's okay. You can go ahead, and I could keep going. Let's see. Flowers. Linus didn't change. All right. Q. Oh, let me check on something. Let me check on something. I'm going to do something if I can. Oh, yes. I know. I think YouTube frowns upon this. Either that or Pickles lives in a timeless dimension. All right. All right, I'm going to discuss some things that you guys, your minds are going to be blown. Time and dimensions, space, wormholes, stuff like that. So now here we go. First of all, if you start having a bad season and stuff like that and you want to get to the next year, there's a portal. It's what it is. It's a portal. You can go and travel. In the back of Micah Kennedy's property, there's a trampoline on its side. It's like all black, and then you know what trampolines look like. That's a portal. You could go into that. Yeah, Pickles lives in a timeless dimension. So anybody is having a bad season, wants to go to the next season, go to Micah Kennedy's backyard, jump through that trampoline, and boom. You'll be at next season. That's a wormhole. Is there any special spells or indications you use on your grill? No. Okay. I love the work. Okay, I love the work with Randy Keaton. I bet he got something new coming. Yeah, he's cool. Let's see. You just screwed me up, Micah. You said, I love pickled okra. I'm like, you love me? Okra's not my last name. I never had it. I lived in Georgia. Oh. Just for the heck of it, this is celebration because I did finally get my setup. I don't drink much, but I am going to have one. Dragon's Milk. It's a bourbon barrel aged white stout. I feel I deserve it. I'm still going to do orders. Trust me, they're not going to be screwed up. This is one of the finest beers I've ever had. It's good. What the heck? Pickled garlic is good too. I like elephant garlic, and anybody can correct me. I believe elephant garlic is actually not even garlic, but it's called garlic. It's kind of like Colombian sharks, or actually not Colombian sharks, or catfish. It's marketing, possibly. But yeah, I love pickled garlic in general. I know there's many different types of garlic out there. There's garlic festivals that come to Pennsylvania. I've been going live for an hour and 20 minutes so far. Let's see, I saw something about Jerusalem. I am growing Jerusalem artichokes. blackberries, blueberries, green beans, black-eyed peas, yard lawn peas, eggplant, basil, rosemary, onion, okra, and red burgundy okra. Do you like the red burgundy okra? A lot better than the regular one? I mean, like, what's the difference? I have seen those, but I've never grown the red ones. I've grown the regular ones. Yeah. Yeah, I figured what the heck, I'll have one beer. You know, one thing in general is like beer infused hot sauces is good. I am a fan of voodoo sauces. I pretty much have his whole catalog here, like doubled upstairs. He sent me all kinds of. I bought some stuff and then he knows I review, so he just sent a whole bunch of free stuff with the order, which is really cool. Oh, okay. First time growing that okra. Let's see. Comments keep. I like this thread because you guys just keep the thread or comments coming. Yeah, sometimes you don't know what works with other stuff. Dragon fruit as well. I've had dragon fruit. I remember liking it. I know you can get it at the stores. Maybe next time I go to the store, maybe I should get some dragon fruit. I bought a bunch of vegetables at the store, but you know, everything's better homegrown. It really is. Yeah, make sure to share this channel. I'm trying to get as much people as possible to subscribe. Also, if you guys need seeds, actually everybody here has already bought seeds, so that's actually redundant. I think the last time I did a little drumming on this table, this is actually a party table, card table for playing poker, but I use it as a review table. I really don't play cards anymore. I could do another mopping video. I didn't even wear shoes down here. You know, you guys use grow tents. Ron Smith says I have 30 plus tomorrow plants and the same as peppers. Very cool. Tomato. Yeah, I have this grow tent. I've never used one until this past year. I will give advice on it though. I personally think it's a little overrated, but the humidity in those, you need a good fan. I had a crappy fan in there, and it wasn't like I was isolating anything in there. So I put on my stronger fan, and for about half the day I would just blow it in there. The humidity just got so hot, and that's not good, you know. You can. It's a tax write-off. So, I didn't mean to make that face. Yes, that is excellent. And great for germinating too, Micah. I forgot how much I paid for that, like $85 shipped. You know. Sometimes it's better for a company to spend a little bit more money, write it off on taxes, and move to the next project. Would I recommend it? I actually recommend you building your own instead of buying it, but if you're pressed on time and you got money, just go ahead and buy it. But yeah, they really gouge the prices on those. Yeah, if you got the time, do what Micah says. You know, $30. And I'm looking at the way this is built. So looking at this, if I customize this, I could have actually put a shelf in here. I'm not sure how tall it is. Almost as tall as my ceiling. I could have put a shelf in there and put twice as much plants in there. Which I still can, but, you know, what the heck. You use an extra room. But like Micah said, emergency blankets are real cheap. Man, who cares if they rip? Just put another one up. They're so cheap. All you need is a structure. You need a structure, get some wood or whatever, and then you need a bar to hook onto your grow light. You need to have a fan in there. You need some ventilation, and that's it. That's it. Krista says she has strawberries growing in her garden. Yeah, I love strawberries. Hardware cloth, and you have a light. Also, it's fun. Hardware cloth. Okay. See, I can learn too. I'm always learning. Okay. That's why we got Mike in here. We can learn from Micah, me, and we can all learn from one another as well. So, how long should I go live on this? It's been an hour and a half so far. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm looking around for subjects and ideas to talk about. When you're growing indoors, keep your roots. Don't let them get root bound. And just let the containers get bigger. You don't want to go too big. Kind of holds in the moisture to the root area. That's why you go up slowly in containers. Just a random thought. So you're over there drinking too, Micah. You're having a sinus issue, so I'm self-medicating with Wild Turkey 101. I believe doctors have actually prescribed Wild Turkey for sinuses. I have a spare, Barnyard Chicken says I have a spare room that I thought about using. The whole room needs refurnished anyway. It's a good idea. Why not? You know, it's the more you do, it's more exciting. And gardening, it's like sometimes I lose sight, and I admit I lose sight of things. I lose sight of the enjoyment of growing, and sometimes I just think of it assembly line. Like I'm a soldier. In the mornings before I'm doing my shipments, I go and I walk up and down the row, see if the nets are still there. An animal, probably a deer, ripped the net off, so I had to replace that. I got backups already, but yeah, I leave my phone behind at times if I get stressed out, and I'm like, you know, I sit down in a chair and I start inspecting my plants. I look underneath. I look underneath the leaves, see if there's aphids or spider mites, stuff like that. Start looking at the structure of the plant, start asking myself questions. Do I need to stake the plant? Do I not need to stake the plant? Is there any issues? Is the soil too wet? Do I need more drain holes? Stuff like that. And I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. It's like a job like any other job, but I love my job. I was a welder for 17 years. I love doing that, which is like smoke out the air, stressful at times, but I still enjoyed it. This is more scenic and I can work at my own pace. That's why I work long hours as well. Let's see. Let's go back to comments. Kenny Mule, thank you for being here. And if you don't mind, share this somewhere. Social media. I'm trying to build up as much as possible. This is what I do for a living. I really absolutely love it. I love connecting with people. I love growing, and I'm blessed for doing this for a living. So I like to grow my audience that way as well. Cheers, Micah. Kenny Mule says. Let's see. Okay, all my plants get mycos at transplant. Yeah, that's actually really good for them. Yeah, and less is sometimes more in the fertilizer and nutrient departments. Really is. I see more comments coming in. Barnyard Chicken says, I want to grow stuff like lettuce, spinach, and other items like that. They don't do well outside in the heat. It is really hot here. Where are you at again, Barnyard Chicken? And like I'm thinking, if you're getting a lot of heat and humidity, certain areas you might do well with a shade cloth or growing it closer to the house or any building like that for a little bit additional shade. That's a good question, Micah says. You on Facebook, Ron. It's nice to know who's on Facebook and who's not and stuff like that. Sometimes people on Facebook come over here and watch me, and I have no clue who you guys are. But you know who I am because your name's different. I mean, it could be like Wild Pepper Slinger or something on here. I'm like, hey, welcome to Wild Pepper Slinger. Meanwhile, it's like, I don't know, somebody I know on Facebook. And I lose sight of who I speak with. Texas. Okay. And going back to it, I do not answer questions, or I say I cannot answer a question if I don't know the proper answer. But I do know in Texas that a lot of people do use shade cloth. Now, I know there's different shades of shade cloth, and I wish I was more self-sufficient for giving those answers. I know you didn't ask. That way, if somebody asked me, I could go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Based on my research and what others have told me, you could use shade cloth number 5 or number 6 or something like that. But it's a suggestion. It's a blind suggestion from me, but I think it's secure. If you're having any issues with growing lettuce and stuff like that, you could possibly use shade cloth. Mike Kennedy says, yeah, I use 40%. It helps so much for the super huts. Nothing but pure sun can make it harder for pods to set. That's true. You will get flower drop from that hard sun. Peppers, not peepers. Mr. Peepers. Okay. I understand. Okay. Kenny Mule says, I'm growing cherry bomb peppers from the seeds I got from you. Plants are looking great. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, and I like to do a smorgasbord, full spectrum of different things. So I'm growing some stuff I normally wouldn't grow. And I'm excited about it because I may very well end up loving some certain varieties of capsicum annuums. So I like to broaden my horizon on things, and there's like 30,000 different peppers out in the world, which makes it extremely exciting. So it's like, I mean, I was trying to calculate how many varieties I've grown, maybe 900 types. And I think every time I say that and I hear it out loud, I'm like, that seems like I'm exaggerating. But I've been growing my whole life, But granted, the first half of my life was only like 10 different varieties. I didn't get into massive growing varieties to like 2010, 2011. That's when the ghost pepper came more predominant in the United States. And then super huts really started popping up, and then more peppers from other countries and everything else. So yeah, it's always exciting, and writing that grow list is sometimes almost as exciting as doing the harvest. I mean, the harvest, because I get to, like, I'm a kid in the candy store, because I get to taste this and taste that and taste this. Sometimes it tastes too much, and I'm like, I'm just tasting heat. Hey, Garden State Gardener. Bruce Cook, hello. Yeah, I noticed your name today on that other group I'm running. What group is that? Hot Pepper Growing? Super Hot Pepper Growing. Yeah, I think you're over on that group. What kind of mix do I put in my containers? I just buy a bulk of. I make my own soil and I mix it with Fox Farm Ocean Forest. All right, I'm caught up on comments, except for now. Micah says too much nitrogen can cause flowers to drop as well. Absolutely. If you're trying to produce, don't do nitrogen, folks. Just don't. Also, lack of airflow will have your flowers drop as well. And that's why it's harder to get higher production out of isolating. Yes, it absolutely does, Micah. Bruce Cook says, oh, you're the leader of the Super Hot Pepper Growing group on Facebook? Yes, I am the leader of Super Hot Pepper Growing. I am the leader. I'm not the originator, but I'm actually running the show over there. A guy named Kyler McNabb owns that group, and he does a lot of charity work. He's down in Florida, and he does a lot of charity work with disabled adults and stuff like that. And he gets real busy, so he's not online much. And he handed the group over to me about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I was an administrator on that. Actually, I'm listed, I think, moderator, but I basically own the group. I mean, Kyler McNabb gave me full reins on that group, so it's like the parents are away and I could go play. Mike Kennedy says 150,000 pepper groups on Facebook. Let's see. Kim Micah, that's the group that I'm running, own basically now, is Hot Pepper Growing. Jammies is Hot Pepper Growing Society. It's different. Yeah, the names are similar. And Super Hot Pepper Growing. That, I think it's Super Hot Pepper Growing or Hot Pepper Growing. I can't even remember. It just doesn't have that word society on. That's been around maybe a year after Jamie came up with her group. Her group is like the original group. Yeah, my group is Hot Peppers Haven. Yeah, I'm running 22 groups. I really am. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, there is like 150,000 pepper groups. You know, it's crazy. I haven't been too active on Facebook groups. And then I tried to focus a little bit. My website, well, I'm not going to get into that, but I focused on some pepper groups for about an hour and a half today. And I am on more. I must have got thrown in 30 more groups. I got thrown back into a group I was banned from. And it was, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I got banned from a group because the guy running the group decided to start selling seeds and get rid of the seed vendors. And then he brought a bunch of new administrators in. They buy seeds for me. They unblocked me and put me back into the group. But I'm not saying anything because I'll get thrown out. It's the way these groups are cutthroat. I mean, dude, I formed a company legitimately. I sat there and had to fight the zoning board for a year and a half. I had to get blueprints done. I had to fight with the Department of Agriculture. They sat there and nitpicked over my walkway and everything else. And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, people were throwing me off groups and they're like, "You're too big of a fish." I'm like, "Okay, well, that's fine. That's your group." And then they're like, "Don't buy from Pickles. He's horrible." And meanwhile, they're still buying from me. That's crazy. Facebook groups, I mean, dude, I'm like an old guy in a park bench. I'm like, eh. They get real crazy. All right. Bruce Cook says, "I've been posting update videos on micro this season on the Super Hot Pepper Growing Group Facebook, including the one that I posted video less than 2 weeks ago." Yeah, I did notice your post. I haven't been too active in the groups, but there's going to be some times I'm going to be very active. It's hit or miss. People think I'm on Facebook all the time. I'm on Facebook probably 30 times a day. I go in there and I'm like Speed King with the coffee. I'm chugging the coffee and just scrolling like this. And then I'll make 100 comments. "Looking great." Enter. "Fantastic." Boom. "Answer to this question." Boom. Like, and I'm out. Micah says, "I used to offer grow advice, but it got really lame. For whatever reason, cannabis growers really are convinced that it's like growing peppers. It isn't." You're correct. It is not. Fair weather friends, bro. Absolutely. It's a weird thing. It's really a weird thing. The Facebook stuff, dude, come on, Hollywood. They could be doing reality shows on pepper groups. I tell my non-pepper friends that live around Pittsburgh about some of the stuff. I'm not even allowed to talk about I'm not allowed to talk about peppers. That's why I do this show. Some of them subscribe to this channel, but I'm sure they probably don't watch her. I'll get a phone call later like, "For God's sake, Pickles, you just talked about peppers for 2 damn hours." Yeah, we like peppers too, but we don't want to hear it. They're the non-chili heads. I think we could all relate. But yeah, it's real crazy. It's like everybody's your best friend, and then they buy your entire seed catalog, which is really cool. I mean, there's people who spend $1,000 with me, buy one pack of everything, and it's like $1,000 or $1,400, and then all of a sudden they end up blocking me, and I'm like, "Is there a problem?" And then all of a sudden don't buy from Pickles, buy from us. We're better. Isolation doesn't work. We're cheaper. We're $1 a pack. Buy our Cheeto peppers or whatever made up names they come up with. And all of a sudden they realize some of the stuff is trendy, or I sold to 7,000 people. Some of my other competitors sold to 15,000 people, the same varieties. And the pepper groups on Facebook, which is it's your audience is like this. Facebook is like this. Facebook in the pepper buying community is really 20 to 30%. And that's 20, 30, 40% of my sales, no more than 40%. And they don't realize that, so they keep targeting. And then all of a sudden, wait a second, we need seeds again. Pickle seeds are really not that bad. We put them down to get our money. So what ends up happening is they go ahead, they unblock. "Oh man, I'm sorry, man. It's cool. Let's shake on it, man. Cheers, Pickles. Shake on it. Cheers, Pickles." they welcome me back into their stupid Pepper Freaks group and their other crap group and another crap group and chasing crap group and all of a sudden then they buy all my seeds off my seed catalog again, and it's the same thing all over again, over and over and over again. So I'm like, there's people about a week ago were jumping on there, like sending me messages on my business page. Pickles, man, I'm so sorry, man. Can I come back and you can advertise on my groups, man. And I'd like to buy your seeds again, man. It'd be really cool, man. Come on, man. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to unblock you. You're going to buy seeds with me. You're going to compete at cheaper prices than what I'm doing. And then you're going to put me down. You're going to block me. And the next year, oh, man, I'm sorry. Let's be friends again. I've seen it so many times. It's crazy. Like, not to sound like a hippie, because I'm not a hippie whatsoever, but can't we just all get along? Like, you liked my peppers. You liked my seeds. The germination rates are great. I know because I grow them. And they're all grown true because they're isolated. And I try my best I can for the customers. But some people just, they don't want me around in their group, so they'll cause a fight. And that's crazy. That's why I haven't been too active on Facebook. That's another reason why I started my own groups. And that's what's happening to the community. The whole community 10 years ago was Hot Pepper Growing Society, Pepper Teas, Chili Heads, and like Chili Heads No Picture Group or something like that. Those are your four main groups. Well, I'm not mentioning names, but on the biggest group, it's either my friend or two other friends can advertise, nobody else could. So we all left and created our own groups. So it starts becoming, it's like a dry erase board, and it just starts spiraling out. What was 4 groups, now there's 10 groups out of there. It's like bad spin-offs from a sitcom that went sour, and the network is trying to get those going. It's so crazy, freaking the Facebook groups. It's beyond crazy. I don't know, man. But you know what? Maybe I need some advice. Micah, where's a good sticker group? Okay, so I do go rambling on. My rambling's perfect for this channel. I don't Facebook, bro. Yeah, I'm tired of Facebook. I have not used Laceweed. I know people have. You know what? Honestly, for that type of stuff, I use ladybugs, and it works great for me because of my environment. But I personally know of people who use ladybugs down south, and they're like, dude, they die off. They die off too quick because of the heat. So you might be better off with a different predatory insect to go against the other predatory, spider mites or aphids or whatever you have. So environment really does play. All right. Yeah, Bonjour Chicken says, I do very little Facebook because I don't want everyone to know I'm online. Bruce Cook says, I learned from you from other YouTubers, highly recommending you and Johnny Scoville having fried peppers that came directly from you. Tried peppers that directly came from you. Had nothing but good things to say about the peppers from you. Girl. I'm not a girl. Yeah, Johnny does recommend me a lot. I even this week I got recommendations from Johnny, and that's great. That's really great. So I thank Johnny. Johnny's a big YouTuber now. I remember him. I remember when he was just a little pea in a pod. Now he's got, and it'll say on top of here, you guys won't see it, his 100,000 subscriber celebration. So I guess it's a party over there. But honestly, either you like the guy. It seems like people either love him or hate him. But hey, you know what? It's dedication. It's a lot of time. All right, so let's go. Yeah, it is easy to kill off ladybugs. Yeah, and aphids do come back when they lay the eggs in the soil as well. Using them in oil, I found. Yes, I am on that group. Yeah, that group I have no problem with. Some groups I've never had a problem with, believe it or not. It depends how they're ran. And some people are like bigger groups on Facebook. Oh, well, we all have jobs and we all have this. MFers, you got 15 administrators on the one group, and you guys couldn't keep trolls off of it. You don't give a troll 100 chances. A troll's a troll. But, I don't know. Sometimes people deserve second chances, too. So, I don't know. Facebook is just, I'm like to flee off of Facebook eventually. If I could get my YouTube channel big enough, I'd just do this. I don't think I'm going to go live too much longer. Have you ever used plant food pellets to feed your plants? If so, how well do they work? Yeah, I have used Osmocote. Osmocote is pellets, and they worked well. Hey, my friend. What's up, Super Trooper? Hot Sauce Junkie Tim. What's going on, brother? Yeah, it's been a while. I think I noticed one of your posts not too long ago. The plants are looking fantastic. I have several thousand. This is the largest grow I've ever done. And I'm excited about it. I've done 2 pepper reviews today, unreleased. But I'm eating peppers every day again. It's great. I love it. Yeah, I never sold Dragon's Breath seeds. Not yet. I am growing them now. So he's Hot Sauce Chunky Tim says, so my plants are doing well. Every Dragon's Breath plant sprouted and then died. Not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure why either. That's why pictures, that's actually one of the positive things about Facebook. Pictures, like maybe they dried out. Maybe there was too much moisture. Hopefully you didn't put nutrients on, because if you don't want nutrients on sprouts. So I'm not sure. I could only guess without pictures. Yes, almost 2 hours. I don't know what my record is for going for. Thank you, brother. I thank you and your wife for your support. I really do. You're good people. I have the privilege to get to know you two. So yeah. I was talking about reviewers earlier, and I was giving advice. And some of the advice, because I'm not really a reviewer, but I'm really milking this YouTube thing. But advice to reviewers: no matter what you do, no matter how you say it, no matter how you do it, one thing you want to keep in mind is don't take on too much more than you can chew. Because a lot of reviewers, and some of them might be good reviewers, but they get a bad rep because a lot of people are sending them stuff. Oh yeah, keep them coming. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. And all of a sudden I'll send them something, certain people, and they won't even do it. And I'm like, these were peppers from that had isolated seeds in them. I needed that review done, like I really need. And you reviewed, forgive me, like a hobby. Like some people will screw me over on fresh pepper reviews and do a hobbyist sauce, which is technically worth like $2-3. And I gave a box that was like worth $200. And it's like the biggest disappointment for me. So you guys have always been fantastic, great. I don't want to get negative on that stuff. It's a process of finding good reviewers. You guys have always been loyal. Johnny's been loyal. Several other Katie Prettyman has been spot on loyal. There's been a few other reviewers have reviewed everything. If they couldn't get to it, they were apologetic. They didn't hide, and then they supported me in other ways, which makes up for it. So there's great reviewers out there, and they're fun to watch too. They get you involved in the products. But I do try to cover a lot of things. So let's get to the comments. I do tend to talk on forever. Yeah, I've used neem oil before. They really kind of taint your leaves, and if there's peppers on it, they just kind of test that. Got to soak your peppers if you're using neem oil. Let's see, going on. James Shea says, I have ahi lemons that sprouted 8 weeks ago and stopped growing at 2 inches tall with the same 2 leaves. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, James J. I can only guess. Pictures. Hey, smash that thumbs up. I got 14 thumbs up. I freaking love it. I love you guys. Let's keep smashing that thumb. 14? Let's see 20. I want to see 20 thumbs up. We got 6 more. All right, we got 5 more. Hit that. All right, 16. We got 4 more to 20. 17. 3 more to 20. 3 more to 20. Smash that thumbs up and share it. Share it, share it, share it. 17. All right, let's go to 18. Can we get an 18 thumbs up? I feel like I'm an auctioneer. Come on down, 17, 17. Can we get 18? Can we get 18 thumbs up? 17 thumbs up. Can we get 18? Can we get 18? Somebody in the house. We got 9 people here. We got 17 thumbs up. Can we get 18? Let's get 18. 9 people. 1 person left because they didn't want to hear the auctioneer. They didn't want to hear thumbs up. So we got 17. We got 10 people here. 10 people here. 17. Smash that thumbs up. Let's see that 18. We're trying to get an 18 smash thumbs. Smash that thumb. 10 people, and be sure to share the page. And back to comments. Hot sauce junkie. That was fun, right? When you go live for a couple hours after a long day, you never know what I'm going to say. You do not know what's going to happen on this show. And I might do a cartwheel. Most of the hobby stuff I don't bother with. It's pointless to review it if it's not being marketed. My time is precious. Absolutely. And you know what? I've reviewed some hobbyist stuff too. I got sick from one of the sauces. I'm not saying who, but I did. I got food poisoning, and it was about 4 years ago. So that's cool. Thank you, Dirk. I'm going up here. I only have 2. Awesome. 11 people here like the stream. We got 17 likes. We got 11 people. Smash that thumb. We're trying to get to 20 likes. 11 people. Let's go. This is, you guys want to be, certain people in here want to be seed vendors. This is what happens. You get goofy as crap. We got 12 people. 18 likes. Let's share this. Let's go big time on this. 11. Smash that like. Smash that like. Smash that like. Let's get 19 likes. Smash it. Smash, 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 smash it. Hey, you know, I got to be entertaining after a long day's worth of work. And tomorrow's not going to be any easier. I'm going to start putting stuff, draft mode on my website and everything like that. Boom, just reached 2-hour mark time. Oh, how do you like on YouTube? Okay. I think maybe turn your phone or something like that, and you could leave the stream and come back, and there'll be like a like. You can like it or dislike it. Hopefully you like it. So it's the beginning. Or somebody else could try to explain while I keep this show going. Yeah, I don't want to get sick. And let me tell you something. Things that I observe, and I observe for entertainment for the pepper groups. Yes, entertainment. Some to learn from. Okay. I know, and I used to be in the fermenting groups. I think I said something, I think I got thrown out. I don't know. If you don't get thrown out of the group, you're just a boring person. I think there's a fermenting group. I still might be in it. I'm not sure. Somebody was making hot sauce, and they're like, there's nothing wrong with it. We can all learn from one another. And they were selling hot sauce and like fermenting it. They're like, yeah, I was, and then they made the post. I'm going to sell this fermented sauce next week. Does it look safe? Well, you need that vent. You know, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them at various, like Berlin Company, Berlin Packaging might sell. I think they sell some of those. That's not the proper term. I've never fermented, so I can't give advice on it. But they've actually not used those, and pressure builds up and bacteria builds up, and it was bad fungus in there. And they said they were going to sell the sauce. And I'm thinking, somebody's going to die. All these hobby sauce makers, somebody's going to die. And you know, I don't like doing this, but I went up and I said, hey, just a random person, what's your pH set at? And they're like, oh, we don't check it. There's so much vinegar in it. Well, you're probably right. You're probably safe. But you should know the pH. Take that extra time. You know, I had a food safety class in college, which if I would ever go into sauce making, which originally was going to, I would retake that class. You want a 3.2. That's the answer, around a 3.2 on pH. pH for soil, you want around a 6.5. For hot sauces, 3.2. But it's scary. Oh, I got another story for you guys. Tincture, extract, whatever you want to call it. Somebody 2 years ago, and I'm not calling him out, he's actually still on my friends list, never had a problem with him. I'm not into that stuff. Some people did send me some stuff. I did try some of the stuff, and I liked it. Some of the stuff has good flavor. I'm just not super much into it. I'm just such a fresh pepper guy, you know, even over sauces. I'd rather mince up a pepper. Anyway, somebody was making tincture with rubbing alcohol in it 2 years ago. And I'm thinking, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. See all these southern people coming in and starts rubbing it off on me. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I'm like, I'm gonna kill somebody with rubbing alcohol. Are you freaking kidding me? Anyway, thank you so much. We got 19 on here. Let's get 20. One more smash like, just for 20. See, every time I ask, I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. Make sure you share this. Over 2 hours on this. Thank you for the people who support me, who love me, who keep me going, who tell me to keep doing this. It's great. So, Micah Kennedy says, I have a quantity of death spiral plants growing right now. There will be some available. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry for not saying this earlier. I don't know the absolute quantity, but Micah Kennedy does sell fresh peppers. So if you guys want fresh peppers, keep an eye on him. Find him on Facebook, Micah Kennedy. You know, that guy works hard. He's very knowledgeable. He taught me some things. Hopefully I taught him something. I don't know if I have. I probably taught him to be patient. But yeah. Yeah, rubbing alcohol, that's crazy. Yeah. 19 people. I can't sleep tonight unless I get 20. Smash that like. I'm gonna end up breaking my thumb. But no, it's not all that important. I don't know if likes. I think it's views. And watch time is very important. Yeah, it's, and I am sorry for saying stuff behind the scenes. Like, I get frustrated and I'm like, man, I hate this pepper community, but I don't. I get frustrated with it because it's not exactly the way I wanted it to be. The community should be a community. The community should be a community. At least if I can make somebody laugh after a hard day's worth of work. I know I'm exhausted. Yep, you can see the bags under my eyes. You can see I'm tired. And that's a signal that I've actually set up my entire grow. 20, 30 more plants to use my map and figure out where they're at. But yeah, it's some of the stuff I see is just crazy, and it's not necessarily fighting. It's just the way people do things. Like people asking for advice, which is fine. That's what sometimes the groups are good for. But people give it bad advice and they take it, and I'm like, man, you just gave bad advice to that person. And I've stepped in and be like, listen, I'm sorry, that's not the right advice. This would actually help you. Here's some proof. Here's some articles. Read these. And then all of a sudden you're in a fight with somebody because you know how many times I blocked somebody or somebody else blocked me because of trying to prove to a person who wanted the right advice while the person's giving wrong advice. It's crazy. And I'm running a business, so I can't really get involved in that. This YouTube channel could actually be renamed. Instead of Jimmy Pickles Pepper Channel, it could be Jimmy Pickles Behavioral Pepper Community Channel. How people should behave in public, in life, with their kids, in the community. It's really crazy. Some groups are worse than others. It's like everybody's motives are usually pure. It's just sometimes you do this in life, you don't necessarily see this is going to happen. So it's like, I'll give you an example. Some of the newer people in the community, and this is something I was going to do. I've been doing the top 5 reasons for this, top mistakes. I was actually going to do a video, the top 5 things newbies do right. They're more interactive than somebody who's been in the community like me for 10 years. And there's things that we can learn from them. So it's not all, we can learn from them. They're more interactive. Like I see them, some of the stuff that they do is just hilarious, but that's the general public. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the community. We all do ridiculous stuff. I'm just waiting. Well, actually, no. Micah Kennedy is waiting for puffy stickers and scratch and sniff stickers. Yeah, I give stickers out too. That sticker stuff, there's like sticker wars in the groups. It is freaking crazy. If I want more time on YouTube, I just talk about freaking Facebook. Oh man. Hey man, it's all cool. I was a newbie too. I made mistakes. It doesn't mean you're going to make a mistake. I know I have. It's just some of the funny stuff I see. Okay, so let's get off that subject. But Micah Kennedy still is waiting for scratch and sniff, pepper stickers, and puffy stickers. Okay. Yeah, I need to get off that subject. Yes, that is right. Hot Sauce Junkie Tim, you are in Wisconsin. Oh, and your chicken says it's been raining over a month. I have not been watering. A month, wow. Yeah, that was like 2 years ago here in Pittsburgh. 2 streets over, it was actually Duke Station. There was cars floating out of the parking lot. You know what's funny, Micah? I actually used to sell glow in the dark stickers. I swear, I make fun of this. It's cool. There's some cool people who have stickers, cool stickers. Seriously, there's some cool stickers out there. But I swear I started all of this because Micah, dude, I swear to God, you made fun of me, and that's okay. Dude, I had glow in this I had glow in the dark stickers. I had the tin foil stickers, which were cool. I still have copies of some of that stuff. I kept usually one to myself. Some of them were real big. I'm sitting there taking a flashlight to it and taking a picture in the dark. And I don't know. I mean, stickers are cool. They're a good way to actually show your business, stuff like that. It's just people are like, I'm a pepper company and all they sell is stickers. No, I think you're a sticker company. But the whole reason I brought that up is because people were fighting over people stealing each other's ideas. It's really out of hand. I can't take it. It's crazy. Yeah, it seems like you do have some tropical storms and stuff down there, Micah. 4 inches of rain. James J says, I just like to grow. It's a hobby, and I like eating pods. Yeah, me too. I mean, I do it as a business now. As a hobbyist in Facebook for 5 years, 6 years, about 6 years, until I actually quit my job and did this. It's all good. Jimmy, how often do you water products plants? It depends upon the rain. As of right now, not often. In the past 3 weeks, I've watered them maybe three times. I've had some heavy rains, heavy rains. So when I have that, I don't need to water for 4 or 5 days. It's drier air up here. I know certain locations, certain people tell me if it's a good rain, they don't have to rain for the rest of the week, water for the rest of the week. I have to though because it's dry. It seems like drier air up here, but yeah. I give stickers away anyway. I like stickers too. Mikey Kiss, I've always loved the chili growing. That said, I got dragged into growing a few 100 pounds to simply supply those hobby sauce makers and friends. Yeah, hey, companies need hobbyists and hobbyists need companies. We need each other. We should be helping each other. There is a lot of division in the communities. A lot. Like a lot. But, well, then I grow for you know who. Yes, I do know who. But Micah, I thought you're going to quit him and work for me. Hey, Little Crayon. Dude, if you even say Little Crayon on here, there's gonna be an article about you tomorrow. You know it, man. You know it. You know if you write Little Crayon. You can quit him and go work for Little Crayon. Oh. Carol. Hey, I'm already in 2 hours and 15 minutes into here. I gotta get creative to keep going. Is Carol or Little Crayon here? Is Carol or Little Crayon here? Somebody left a pack of crayons in the TGIF parking lot. That is a pack of crayons. Inside joke. Now there's going to be an article about me tomorrow because of that. Get another beer. I water my plants about once a week. Yeah, if that you don't need to overwater them and stuff like that. I like to wet the roots. I always water and flush when they're drooping. Yeah, your plants, by the way, Micah, your plants are starting to look pretty good. They're perking up. I know you put them out a little bit late. Get another beer. I usually like any more lately because I've been under stress. I usually drink like one beer a week. Notification. People are talking about watering, private messaging about watering. Just come to the live chat. We're talking about watering. Oh, yeah. White in color. To turn up, that could be a calcium deficiency. I have charts you guys can look at if it's a deficiency on calcium or magnesium and various other things. It's getting hot down here. Well, I've been live for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Oh. I don't know. Should I stay and try to do 3 hours tonight? Get more time in? I'm curious on the watch time. Oh, that's awesome. Barnyard Chicken says I sent a few bags of peppers to work with my husband to share. That's always a good thing. Unless they're like mega super hot and they're going to be mad. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And by the way, I can't advertise on Facebook. I still got a couple days suspension. So my sales did drop a little bit. So if you guys are looking for seeds, jppepperseeds.com. You guys know it. I preach it. I'm spamming on my own YouTube channel. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tim. Positive mentions on Facebook really does help me. Usually, I'll get a sale from it, or if not, I still don't have 20 thumbs up. Do we have a newer person in here to hit that thumbs up 20? And make sure you share this. I'm trying to get the channel up. I really am. I'm really pushing hard on it. I'm like Rocky on this. It's not over till it's over. Yes, Facebook busted me. What happened, Tim, was I have been getting these requests from, I don't know what the proper term is. I think the proper terminology would be sex cam girl types, and they're sending me friends requests, and they're just bots trying to pick up money or whatever. And I get them all the time, and some of them send messages. I'm like, listen, is there anything I could help you with for seeds? Oh, by the way, I do have to conclude this soon. My battery's almost dead, unless I run upstairs and grab my charger. I've been live for almost 2.5 hours now, so I think that's all I'm going to really do. But yeah, so anyway, so I went to a comedy group because I am on a comedy group, and I made a joke about it. I'm like, she wants me to pay money for nudes. I said, how about I send her nudes and she could buy my seeds or something like that. Facebook, boom, 30 days. I can make comments. I'm not allowed to drop my link. I'm not allowed to share anything company related. I tried, by the way. I tried to show pictures with my logo on it. Boom, they tagged me. This is a warning. We're going to put you 60 days. I'm like, so I got Facebook suspended, so I've been spending a little bit more time on YouTube. What is that icon thing? It's like sunshine. Slam that beer and then have a puff. I don't do that. I drink beer once in a while. This is what I had today. Dragon's Milk White. This stuff is fantastic. I usually go for a Belgium style, which is a wheat, but this is a bourbon barrel aged white stout. If you haven't had it, check it out. Very expensive, but very good. I don't drink much, but yes, it is a great beer. I got 15% left here, so I'll show you something else. That's right, I drink like a ton of freaking coffee, and then I get a whole lot of work done, and then people call me up. They're like, "How you gonna do it, man? How you gonna do it without workers?" I'm like, "More coffee, more coffee. You're gonna get a heart attack. You're too heavy. More coffee, more coffee, more coffee, more coffee." But yeah, I drink a ton of coffee, and I'm just boom, 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 boom. I feel like Wall Street of peppers. But I'll show you guys something else. Oh, dang. It's not in here. It was another nice, good, expensive beer. But yeah. Yeah, it's done. It's good. I really enjoyed this, and I enjoyed my time with all of you. I've gone live for 2 hours and 23 minutes. One thing I'll say, let me do final thoughts here. Thank you very much, Hot Sauce Junkie Tim. And when I get back to actually, I could advertise. I'll try to be reciprocal to you as well. Oh, what's this? The Barnyard Chicken. My husband lost over 100 pounds. He stopped drinking milk. Yeah, let's get to 20. Oh, one thing I want to say is actually to Micah, I'm going to keep an eye on a certain thing. Nobody really knows what I'm talking about. If we get talked about in a certain area, because I mentioned Carol and Crayon, it's like our code name or code for something else. I'll let you know. I'm definitely going to check tomorrow, because you know they're watching this. You know they're watching me. I got stalkers. I'm telling you, people, I got stalkers. Anyway, so there was something. Yeah, I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm entertaining because I've kept a lot of people here. Oh, I need 20. Smash that thumb. Somebody smash that thumb. Let's get 20. I want to see 20. When I started doing this, like the auction thing, dude, I went from like 11 to 19, like in the matter of minutes. So do I have to motivate you guys? Start running, chubbies. Smash that like. We got 19 people. We got 8 people in here. 19 smash the like. Let's get one more smashed like. Come on, smash that like. Get to 20. We'll have a party if we get to 20. Smash that 20. Go ahead and people, make sure you share this out and hit that like. 20, can we get 20? Can we get 20? Can we get 20, 20, 20? 20 anyone? 20 to, do we have 20 to the old overweight guy wearing plaid in the second to the last row? Nope, he will not smash that like. How about The person holding 2 chickens. Nope. Okay. I have way too much fun. Look, I'm losing people. I'm not getting more likes. I'm losing people is what's happening. Yeah. James Shea says, James Shea says, you have stalkers because you're big, sexy. Laugh. Hot slice. Oh, now I remember. And you were the, yeah, I did that review for Tim Myers. What was it called? Was it called Hot Slice or one of his sauces? And I'm like, that's what they called me in college, Hot Slice. You know what? Honestly, I do like milk, and I put a little bit of milk in my coffee. I drink skim milk. People want to be pickles. They want to grow like pickles. They can't touch his pickle. You can't touch this. No, pickles. All right, you know what? I'm going to conclude this. I'm going to see the watch time on here. I appreciate everybody. You know, honestly, without customers and support like all of you, honestly, sincerely, I thank every single one of you who've watched this. And if Carol and Little Crayon's on here, thank you for watching it. Make sure you share it and talk about it tomorrow so I could screenshot it and send it to Micah and that guy down in California. It'll be fun. It'll be real fun. So, if you're looking for seeds, you know the routine. jppepperseeds.com. So, we're talking 3, 2, 1. Out.